Right now, heavy downpours are having a double impact in New South Wales, bringing relief to bushfire and drought-ravaged communities, but also causing flash flooding in parts of Sydney. Let's go straight to Kelly Fedor for the latest. Kelly, there have been some dramas this morning.
That's right, Natalia. A welcome sight, this rain this morning, but it did make things tough getting into work. Flash flooding for drivers on the lower North Shore at Mona Vale and Belrose, in the city south at Sans Souci, as well as Ramsgate. Trains were delayed as flash flooding hit some train stations across the city at Lewisham and Town Hall. And there were impressive waterfalls in some backyards in the city. It is very welcome, and that is why no one is complaining about this downpour despite that tough run into work. 34 millimetres has fallen in Sydney in the last 24 hours, the most since September last year. Falconbridge in the Blue Mountains recorded one of the biggest totals. About 70 millimetres has fallen there over the last couple of days. In regional New South Wales, a few towns have recorded their best rain in 2 to 3 years. That it is not drought breaking. It will take a while to soak into that soil, but it is certainly a start. And the Bureau says that more of that rainfall is on the way, particularly in Sydney tomorrow, with falls of up to 50 millimetres.
Queensland has copped quite the summer soaking too, with more than 100 millimetres of rain falling in some drought-ravaged areas of the state. The downpour has been a little too intense at times, causing flash flooding and havoc on the roads. The Bureau of Meteorology warns it's only the beginning, with more severe conditions on the way for the weekend for the southeast and central parts of Queensland. Let's go now to reporter James Wilson for the latest on a shark attack south of Sydney, which has seen a popular beach placed into lockdown.
Local surfer Will Schroeder was out for an early morning paddle with a friend here at Windang Beach just south of Wollongong when he felt a tug on his leg. Looking down, the water beneath him filled with blood as he realised he'd been attacked by a shark.
I was probably 50 or 60 metres away from him, so we sort of both paddling in at the same time. Like when I heard him first start yelling out and sort of waving in, I thought something was wrong, but I didn't know what.
After managing to paddle himself 100 metres into shore, he screamed for help. Two friends rushed to his aid. The quick-thinking pair used their leg ropes to apply a tourniquet on several bites to his left foot.
There's already a couple of straps just on his feet, so we just put an extra tourniquet on further up his leg just to stop the blood from flowing down, because it was pretty heavy bleeding.
Managing to stem the bleeding before paramedics arrived, the 60-year-old from Lake Illawarra was stabilised at the beach's clubhouse before being taken to Wollongong Hospital for emergency surgery. The beach behind me remains closed this morning as the local council and DPI search for the shark. At this stage, it's not known exactly which species the animal is, but based on the bite wounds, they don't believe it's bigger than 2 metres. Locals here tell me it's not uncommon to see sharks at this beach. One fisherman even told me he regularly catches 3 and 4 metre tiger sharks and bronze whalers. Will Schroeder remains in a stable condition in Wollongong Hospital.
One of Melbourne's oldest organised crime bosses has been booted from the country. Reid Butler is following this story for us. Reid, good morning to you. It was Peter Dutton's decision to deport David McCulloch.
Peter Dutton actually stepped in personally to make the decision to boot David McCulloch out of Australia. But the question some are asking this morning is, why now? The government says that the drug lord is being kicked out as a result of his prior criminal convictions and his current links to high-profile underworld figures. It also comes after a new report from Victoria Police was provided to Minister Dutton's office, and that has led him to cancel McCulloch's visa. Now, it's fair to say that McCulloch was a high-profile wheeler and dealer in Melbourne's underworld for quite a while. He also has plenty of links to many of the underworld's most high-profile figures. He spent plenty of time in prison, most recently for wide-scale drug trafficking. He was released 2 years ago, though, and apparently, from all accounts, a model prisoner, even offering fellow inmates legal advice and helping them with those sorts of situations. Interestingly, this decision marks marks a dramatic change of heart for Minister Dutton. He was actually the minister who allowed McCulloch to stay in Australia in 2015, revoking a decision by then Immigration Minister Scott Morrison to cancel his visa. We asked Minister Dutton today why the change of heart.
We work very closely with the police. We look at all of the evidence that's involved, and particularly where you've got somebody who's been involved in organised crime, somebody who has significant links to all sorts of crime figures, we need to recognise that those people are not welcome in our country.
McCulloch was put on a plane here at Melbourne Airport yesterday. He is currently en route to the UK. When he does arrive there, he has indicated that he will fight the deportation decision legally. He's also pushing to overturn his 2005 drug conviction. Natalia?
OK, Reid, thank you. A woman's final movements could hold the key to discovering how she died. Joanne Rogers' body was found inside a home at Umina, north of Sydney last Friday. Police treating her death as suspicious.
The death's unusual. There were some injuries located on the body, and we need to know what exactly happened. We've been in touch with her family. The family are obviously distraught, and to assist the family, we really need to know what her movements were.
Anyone with information is urged to come forward.